Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War War lore event, week 10, day 1. So today, of course, we got ourselves a new event week. With it brings chapter 6 of the campaigns, of which we'll be doing all of the bronze and gold tasks that we can today. Because we are locked out of silver again with the dungeon thing in the middle. So unfortunately we won't be able to get around to those. But if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to get around to the other two in the categories, and some of them will obviously be pretty easy to go get done. Should be able to get that done in under an hour, as they normally are. Other than that, that will give us artifact level 6 or 7. If you have the other pack, you do actually get 2 magic this week. Otherwise, you end up getting 5 additional life, which will help for Guild Wars, because this is indeed a Guild Wars week. So those stats do apply to Guild Wars. So whatever stats you currently have or end up getting by the end of this week do apply to the Guild War defend and all that. So that is pretty helpful. Other than that, we don't really get anything interesting on either side. For the normal side, it is the rune set. And then the other, if you paid for the extra thing, you'll get more copies of Shade of Carandera, which I don't even think is enough to max, because I believe you need those 4 to max if you were to use no orbs. So we don't get that till the following week, or if you're, for everyone else, 2 weeks from now. So you still got some time before that. But yeah, all we get is this useless little emoji thing. I think it has like 4 little thingies in there. So not too much. Obviously, we don't get anything too amazing until actually at the final week at this point, between Heart of Rage and eventually Carandera, and to see if that actually gets crafted into anything. Other than that, we do have a faction going this Friday. It's going to be for Donna, so if you want to preemptively get a Donna ready, you can get that to level 15, so you have extra stats for it, and you also get +1 armor from that, which of course is good for Rowan, or you could just get to 14. And other than that, yeah, we got Guild Wars this week, so don't forget to go set your defense. And if anyone's looking, oh, I forgot to upgrade my thingy things too. And if anyone's looking to join a guild, we're currently at 27 out of 30. So you still have 3 spots left if anyone wanted to come in. If you could do 1.5 million plus gold per week, let me know. Because we actually have a little bit of space now, since we didn't recruit from the earlier thing, and still have a little bit of space now. Luckily, Guild Wars has at 27 out of 30, but if we can go down to bracket 5, not too big a deal. Because then we should easily be able to jump back up, assuming we have the full 30 by then. Better to recruit slow and get people that we actually need rather than just rush to fill it out. But anyways, let's get into things. So, campaign. Let's just start doing some of the really easy ones. Obviously, 2 event keys is ultra easy. We can literally just throw these 2 down and have that in. And also, once we complete out all these tasks, we will go do the Ward lore event. We should be able to get a pretty good chunk in there as well. Also, let me go read back in chat and say hello to everyone and answer any questions. Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Mr. Let's see. Hello, Michael. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Humberto. Hello, John. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Birdleaf. Let's see. Hello, Remmerford. Hello, Mark Joy. Hello, Isabel. Hello, the Shadow Dragon. Let's see. And hello, Steve. And hello, everyone else. Is it worth 2 spear deeds and 60k gold for 300 gems? I'm not quite sure until next campaign if any of those deed packs are worth it. I did still buy the purple when it was 225. At 30, maybe. We don't exactly know the worth of how many of those big deed books they're going to be giving during campaigns, because this campaign doesn't have any of them. But starting next campaign, we're going to probably have like Imperial deeds. We already got confirmed that there's going to be those big purple deeds, or not those big purple deeds, but you know, those big book of deeds within the rewards. So we don't currently know how many they're giving, and if they're giving like, let's say 6 of them over the course of the 10-week period, that is going to exceedingly devalue any point in ever going to get the smaller amount of deeds. Because if that's the case, and let's say they're 150 each, that's going to be, what's that, 150 times 50 is math. What is that, 7,500? I think I did that right. Somewhere around there. It's an absurd number of gems per one of those big book of deed things. And given how many we need, I'm not sure long-term how much more effective it's going to be. Getting purple deeds if you don't have all the magic purple kingdoms upgraded yet is definitely worth it. But everything beyond that point is kind of questionable on if it is or still isn't. And we won't really know definitively until about like 5 or 6 weeks from now when we get to see like what on earth next campaign's rewards are. Because it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Because this was, of course, just like the first time that they did it, almost like kind of test running what the rewards are. But next campaign is very much going to be probably what the reward system for most campaigns going forward are going to be. But anyways, let's go do all of our tasks. 1 are already done. So that's nice and easy. For whenever we're doing our quick kill stuff, we could easily just go and use a mace, which will get that done passively. Open glory keys. Gosh, it just wants us to open all the keys today, doesn't it? Let's go open up some glory keys. Even though it only says 25, I will open 50 just because. And there we go, a bunch of drops. Okay, good to go. Easy way to do that if you don't have any glory keys as well. If you don't have any event keys, what you can go do is go under resources and buy 2 event keys through here. I'll just buy 10. You could buy 10 of these per week. It goes away once you've already gotten it, but if you need 2 event keys, you can get them there. It only costs you 360 glory. If you needed glory keys, one actually good way of doing it is buying up this pack and getting it upgraded a couple rarities, which I actually haven't done yet today. And this would, just from doing a few rarities, would give you way more than enough to open 25. I think you would only have to do, yeah, you don't have to get it to Legends to actually have enough that way if you wanted to do it. It comes up to 4,800 there, but of course we always get it max, so we will go and go all the way with that thing. It's completely useless, as is these things normally. Gosh, I gave it a 2-to-1. I was expecting it would have at least like a 2 times boost ratio or something, based on how bad that is. Wow, that is horrible. Trip's even worse than it was going to be. Like, I didn't look at its boost ratio last night, just because I assumed it was going to be bad. I didn't realize it was going to be that bad, gosh. Yeah, that thing's completely dead content, as is to be expected. Anyways, open our glory keys. Hunting Carandera. Oh no, don't tell me we have to go kill Carandera. So defeat Carandera in any battle. So you might be wondering, well, how on earth do you do that? Because Carandera is a troop that doesn't actually exist. If we type in show all and type in Carandera, there is actually no Carandera in existence. And the reason for that is, well, there's Shade of Carandera. That doesn't count. But yeah, it's not actually an ownable troop. It is actually in the Ward lore event this week. So in the Ward lore event, basically how we go through this event this week is there's a bunch of useless battles. After you do 4 of these useless battles, you will get a Carandera fight. So let's just do that real quick. I'm still experimenting around with teams. Still need to do the video. We'll have that up very soon. But hopefully tonight. If not tonight, hopefully sometime very early tomorrow. But basically, the event today is elf and Urskea restriction. So you can use any elves and any Urskea. This actually makes it so you can end up using a what's it called team? You can end up using a pure elf team. So this is something that is commonly ran for Guild Wars actually, which you can be using for Guild Wars this week. However, it also works very good for this event, and it's King Averlon, Life and Death, the Arachne Weaver, and then of course the Malcandessa, which acts as our Empower. And basically, we have a lot of really strong, essentially one-shot related abilities that we just keep spamming. So we can go for this, get our double shot, boom, dead. And has a lot of true damage, has a lot of ways to poke down, has death marks as well. So you can kind of end up getting kills off of that. We do have magic additional damage as well, which I don't think I bought my pack things yet, so we don't even have any of those set currently. However, we can end up getting additional spell damage, which will make something like this full AoE cast that we can get right over here quite a bit more devastating, since that should be able to wipe for quite a bit longer. Having a full AoE like that right in first slot is normally used more so for a summon. However, in this kind of instance, we can use him for a wipe. Oh gosh, we don't have the extra spell reduction or even magic set, so never mind, he's not going to get the kill right now. Oh, let's do a Life and Death into, Arachne Weaver to Life and Death, or even just double up on Arachne Weaver, or just randomly get 2 skulls. That works too. Any combination will work. Also, one thing to note about this event, always take the highest level. It doesn't matter what rarity it is, always take the highest level. Rarity actually doesn't matter unless it's a Carandera fight, but you should always be doing the highest level this week. So let me go grab these over little loots, because I need those little shard things so that we can go get our upgrades. There we go. So now we have 2 badges of balance. Now let me go buy up our normal things. We'll buy the tier 3. Tier 3 is a nice little stopping spot. The amount that you get relative to how much you spend is most balanced at that point, but it's most you get the most for your value there. Theoretically, if you wanted 2 full medals, you'd actually have to go to tier 4. However, I normally do tier 3s for these. I might need to do a tier 4 this week, given that we are down a few people and not sure how late into the week we'll actually get filled back up. So might need to score a little bit more points, since we might be a little bit lower on overall points just from having fewer people. But anyways, yes, level is higher priority than the rarity. The only time when rarity matters for this current event that we are in right now is whenever there is a Carandera. You always want to take the Carandera, of course. So right over here, we'll keep it with 20%. Actually, do we even need to, given that we're using an elf team? Actually, theoretically, for the event thing that this week, we can actually just run the medal and then 2 badges. Well, I don't have a second badge yet. Here, have some magic. Oh, I can't do that. Do that. And then here, have some magic. Or we could go cleanse. I don't think we really need cleanse for much, though. But let's go back and go get our Carandera kill. So we got to go do one more, and then we can go do our Carandera kill. But yeah, taking the highest level, I believe, on the forum said it's about 25% more or so. However, as long as you take the highest level, you should be getting the maximum amount of points that you can be for while you're doing these events. So right here, not really any good move. I'm going to go for life and death so we can double kill into Arachne Weaver double kill. That should be match. Also, you do have access to Yagwe loop. Or not the full Yagwe loop, but oh, there's our Carandera. And here's how you get your 1 Carandera kill. And this is the only place you could fight Carandera because he does not exist anywhere other than this World Lore event right now. So, yeah, just do him during World Lore event. You gotta do 4 battles and make him appear, and then boom, you'll get your kill. Easy as that. Let's see, do we have alignment? Yes, we have very much alignment. Do we even need alignment? Not really, I'm still going for it though. We'll take our poke, we'll throw our full AoE, dead, done. There we go. We have successfully killed our Carandera for the task. And we get 2 wings, which gives us, 24 points. They're worth 12 each. Which might seem like a weird value, but the other 2 things are worth like 2 each, which give for 4. So it's kind of like double that. It's still weird how the point system is, though. I mean, they're worth 1 each, but it's a total of 4. But anyways, doesn't really matter. Just take highest level and always make sure to do Carandera. That's all you really need to know. Let's see. Kill yellow enemies in any battle and mace. So as far as locations to kill a lot of yellow, one of the better places would kind of be like Whitehelm or Donna or so. They both have really high spell reduction. However, let's do it on Explore 1 difficulty or something. We'll lower it down. So let's go get our team with a mace. Where's my thing right now? I don't think I currently have it set to a mace, but we could obviously just switch it to a mace. So if we just switch this to weapon and go to Doomed Mace, I think it's called. Doomed something. Doomed Club. If we just put a Doomed Club in there, that will count as a mace. Obviously, you could put whatever you want there as far as clubs. I just use Doomed Club because it is the strongest thing. However, literally any club in the game that doesn't block for a winged will work for this team. And then you just quick kill at a very low rarity, and you'll easily get this done. And that will just get a few yellow kills as we're getting a single point every single time we do one of these battles. I believe Whitehelm averages about 2 or 3 yellows per battle, though I think that first one only had 1, oddly enough. Hello, Damon! Welcome! Been doing pretty good. Hello, Drock Savage. Welcome. Let's see. Book of Brambles with Monk, Yagwe, Weaver. Yeah, I was considering going down the Yagwe build. I'll probably mention the build for the video that goes down the Yagwe build, since it'll be cheaper than using Arachne and Weaver. Not sure if I'll be using it with Avalon or not, but yeah, Yagwe to Avalon can work to get the quicker Yagwe. But yeah, I believe your best bet for no mythic will be Yagwe centered. And also, keep in mind, weapons are not restricted. So if you have absolutely no option, you can use Mang with Titan. Actually, maybe we'll show that as a cheap team. Because Mang with Titan can be used for the entirety of this event. You won't be able to have attack increase because it's all spell increase as far as the medals. However, it is possible to run the entire event with Mang Titan. And then just build some stuff for support behind it. It'd be the cheapest possible team that would be viable. It wouldn't be the best team by far, but it would function, and it would work. And it's very accessible that way. Let's throw a big AoE at it. Luckily, we're low enough that that can actually one-shot them as well. Get over our yellow kills, which we should have after a few more cycles here. And then we'll just keep this club thing on for whenever it tells us to go quick kill something. So that we can easily go and get achievements, or not achievement, but progress towards our doing battles with mace. I think it was 22 that we need to do. Looks like we're going to get about 8 on working towards this objective. Especially if we keep getting some battles that only have 1 in it. Come on now. There's more yellow than that. Oh, sorry, that was 2 yellow. Seems like we're averaging about 2 yellow here. And that should be all the yellows we need. Let's move on to the next one. We got 7 battles within there. Okay, so collect. Boom. What do we have next? Okay, use any banner with, or use any team with that banner. Sure, let's keep doing where we're already at, I guess. And just change our banner to the banner of, what's it called? Where's the yellow red? It's the one of the kingdom this week. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There. Okay, let's just roll with this. Obviously, this banner is completely horrible for this team. However, it should mean very little, given that Leprechaun will be doing almost entirely all of our mana. Do you need to be in a guild for the campaign? No. I don't think any of the campaign tasks are normally guild related. It would be helpful to just always be in a guild. But I don't think campaign tasks have ever required you to be in a guild. Because I don't think it ever has a objective that requires it. Oh no, can you do World Lore event outside of a guild? I've never actually tried. Because the entirety of World Lore event, I've always been in a guild. So yeah, that might be the case. That it's actually impossible to do outside an event then. Because if you can only participate in World Lore events during it, or you know, during the thing, this week is the first time where you actually have to be in a guild then. Because if it only appears while you're in a guild, then yeah, that's the only location he exists. Carandera this week for the objective is only in the event. But that really depends on if you can or can't outside of a guild event. Theoretically, the scoring goes guild-wide, but I've never actually tested it. Alright, got that down. And we're halfway to our mace objective. Oops, can you click on the right thing? Oh, that was the right thing. Oops. So it is. Pest control. Oh no, we gotta go use a vault key. Theoretically, you can find one manually. However, of course, it is most efficient just to go and use a vault key. But we have plenty of vault keys right now, so let's just go run one on hard. I'm running the wrong banner right now, though. I don't really think it matters much. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Go take a brown. Why did you not surge? Ooh. That hurts a little bit. I'll take that over. I'm actually going to convert this so that we can then convert this. Oh gosh, they both convert the same thing. I'm going to let him have 1 billion skulls, I think. Do I? Seems like a bad idea. Let's just poke him, I guess. Let him get 1 resummon. Oh no! Rowan just lost all her damage. No! I should just cast a Rowan the previous turn then. Rowan, how could you? Okay, this could be weird now. I'm actually going to deny my own green. Just so it doesn't backfire when we do this. Now we're going to need 1 more big cast and be good to go. Only problem is there's like no mana on the board to go get that. Let's see, we'll take that skull. What a weird battle. I'll take it though. Rowan, you probably don't have enough damage right now. What is even your total damage right now? Not enough is how much it is. It's a little off. If we get to get a skull, it actually would be enough. Or if we can get you to cast, that would also work. If you could ever surge a single time this entire battle, that'd be great. So we just do this into Rowan. That should be enough damage. What a weird battle. But luckily he does not end up winning. Let's take that, because why not? Have a Rowan dead. What a weird way to win, but we got it. And we got nothing out of it. Good job. Absolutely nothing of value was earned. There we go. Apparently we got to do something yellow related again. Match yellow gems this time, which we can easily do with just exploding them if I'm not mistaken. So we can literally just work towards the mace objective. Let's just go to... I already have white hum set. Might as well just keep it here. So we don't have to keep setting low kingdoms. So let me go set my banner back to the correct banner, which is a +2 blue, +1 green. Since we already have the other green off the other thing. Where on earth is that banner? Fine, we'll find it this way. There we go. There it is. Trident banner. And let's go run them down now. So we can keep getting our mace kills and keep getting our yellow mana accumulation. So if I'm not mistaken, exploding yellows does count as accumulating them. If that's not the case, then we'll go for a bunch of gem things. But I am pretty sure it is. There's one way to easily find out, because I didn't swipe a single yellow. Do we have any amount of points right now? The answer is yes. However, that would be a very slow way of getting yellow. However, we are theoretically getting yellow every single time we do that. Obviously, if we really want to get a lot of yellow, we just simply do like a single team that will have any amount of yellow accumulation, and then we'll pretty much have all that we need. However, since we still need the mace thing to unlock the next gold one, I think we'll just do it this way, because we should end up getting a decent handful of yellow every battle from the single explosion. Normally, it should average about 5 per battle. That one was just a little bit lower. And if we cascade even a single yellow, we'll get a little bit more towards it. But I guess the fact that I have -1 yellow right now makes it go quite a bit slower. Let's see. What benefit will you get from upgrading Kingdom to 18 or 16? I believe it was just extra tribute chance or reward. I don't think it was anything too good. Oh, you mean the Kingdom level. My bad. You get 10% more Myth Stones. 10% more Myth Stones. Basically what this does is whenever you go do the Explore for the Kingdom, you'll get 10% more of those stones that allow you to eventually get that boss chest thing. This is obviously most effective when you're doing Explore 12s, because that extra 10% is going to be about 7 additional Myth Stones on average, 7 to 8. Not sure if it rounds up or not. But it's either going to be 7 to 8 additional myth stones, and that's of course going to add up quite a bit whenever you're like camping a single kingdom. And eventually, once you have every single kingdom to that point, it's going to be a pretty substantial amount of increase, since you'll be able to go and go around doing 20% while also doing the 10%, because it should stack. I don't think we've gotten confirmation from anyone yet that it does, but it should. The 20% should stack with the 10%. They'll stack independently though, but they should still give the full benefit to the base amount. So you'll get 20% off, like, let's say you get 75 from a battle. You'll get 10% of that, which will be about 7, assuming it rounds down, and then you'll get another 14 from that because of the other thing, assuming it rounds down from the 20%. Actually, that'd be 15 then, because it wouldn't need to round down because since it's 20%. But yeah, and that would end up being, what, 15 plus 7? That'd be 22 additional in that particular instance if you got like 75 shards and you had a 10% and a 20% simultaneously. So that's a pretty decent handful to end up getting from it, for sure. Oh, there's our little daily gems. They add up. Should almost have all of our club battles down. Might need to go out of our way just to get a little bit more yellow, since not really the most efficient way of getting yellow, since we are not even remotely directly trying to get yellow. As soon as we see a star, we'll cycle through and do whatever the next goal task ends up telling us to do then. Which should very quickly get us the yellows that we need. Speaking of yellows, I do want to swipe that, since even if we're not accumulating the yellow mana into something, it still counts as us getting yellow mana towards the achievement. And there's the Mace Master one. We should be pretty close on the yellow one as well. And we're already a little bit more than halfway there. Okay, next one. So we need to go and win Explorer runs on Shantang at difficulty 6 or higher. So the easiest way to do this would be run it on 12. So let's just go run it on 12. The easiest way. Well, obviously that's not the easiest way of doing it, but realistically that's the way we're going to be doing it. Gosh, I have so many weird setups right now for these things. Let me go set this to seasons, I guess. Oops. I would like this one having the 20%. So let's go set the seasons. Let's go use this, and let's go run Explore 12 Shantang with, it was Shantang, right? Wrong one. Let's see. Yeah, Shantang. Just making sure. All right, so let's go to Explore, go to Fight, and let's just run a Zugoff here. And that should be all we need to do for this. And just run Explore 12 like you normally would, or just run Explore 6. Yeah, actually, one other way you could do it. I'm not sure if you would consistently, because I believe there is some spell reduction here. But you can also run Phoenicia if you have insanely high Phoenicia damage. You can run Phoenicia on this battle and do it that way as well. Also, we should be accumulating a lot more yellow mana, since we're cycling a lot more mana in general with this build compared to the other build. And whenever we end up destroying one of them, that gives us the full amount of mana rather than half when we do the explosions. So you should be getting substantially more yellow as well. So by the time we end up finishing out these battles to get the Explorer completed, we should also end up having enough to go and have the yellow done as well. So it'll end up working out perfectly. Like crystals. Oh, I think we already hit it, actually. Gosh, that didn't take any time at all. It took literally one battle once we had, what's his name in our team. Up now we need to go accumulate souls. There's a couple different ways to do that, though given how little we need, we could literally just do whatever battle we want, and it'll be good to go. Oh, wait, we have to do that 5 times? Ah, 5 whole Explore runs. Oh, gosh. We gotta do Shantang 5 whole times. Maybe we do want to go bring out the Phoenicia build. Hold up. Well, hold up. Let me see if Phoenicia has enough damage. Well, never mind. We're on 12 right now. I have to keep doing it this way. Unless we want to restart the entire thing. So let's go do one at 12. And then let's bring it down to Explore 6 and see if Phoenicia can actually one-shot. I'm not sure if she can, because this place does have spell reduction. So she won't consistently be able to one-shot. So we're definitely going to have to go with Sun Spear when we do the build. But yeah, we'll give it a shot, see what our magic can reach up to. Hopefully have enough to actually kill it. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Yeah, I didn't realize it was 5 Explorers. I saw it and I was like, oh, it's 5 battles. But no, you have to do 5 whole Explorers. That's actually a bit time-consuming then. 5 whole Explorers in, although it is a gold task, so I guess that makes sense why it's so time-consuming. But yeah, you gotta do 5 whole full Explore runs in Shantang. The easiest way to do that in endgame is Phoenicia. But obviously, most people do not have the stats to actually run it with Phoenicia. But whatever your normal Explore 12 team is would probably work out best. Even though that's quite a bit more difficult, obviously, but you get a lot more loot along the way. Obviously, you don't have to put it that high. As soon as we finish out with this, we'll go test it at the lower rarity and see if Nisha can actually one-shot. Sure hope so, because it would make this go quite a bit quicker if it can. Alternatively, you can also go for like double cast Rowan or Skia Shield to Rowan. Might be enough damage on a lower Explore as well. Like if you do Explore 6 with Skia Shield to Rowan off of a Leprechaun mana accumulation, I believe that is enough to win. So if you need something cheaper or towards a cheaper end, that could probably work too. If you're looking just to do it on Explore 6. Which realistically is the quickest way of getting it done. I just figured we farm a little bit Explore 12 while doing so. But of course you don't have to do any Explore 12 to actually get it. Yeah, you could do the double Cedric Scouting Key team too. On a really high difficulty or a lower difficulty. As long as it's 6 or higher. Let's finish out this one last battle, and that'll be one of the 5 that we need. But we'll try Phoenicia build next and see if she has enough damage. I believe she won't, due to the spell reduction on some battles. Because if they have spell reduction to any capacity, she definitely won't one-shot. But I'm curious if she will in every other instance otherwise. The fact that they all have 10% this week makes me think otherwise. But I don't know, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. At least worth trying, if nothing else. Alright, let's go Zoogoff that down. We'll go and get that over there. And I believe that is match. Okay, and let's finish this one out then. One-shotting at 7? Is that possible with Phoenicia? I know she can one-shot 6 in most kingdoms. I'm pretty sure you can't one-shot 7, at least here, with 10% this week. Because everything in this entire kingdom, I believe, has 10% due to Shentang 10%. I forget if that was 1 to 2, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's like Shentang and Elf or something. I think we would need to go double-check. Oh, no, it can't be that. It's Shentang and something. Because actually we can see right here which one it is. Yeah, it's Shentang. Not sure what the other one was. It was Shentang and, what was the other typing that was for the event? Whatever it is, it's probably related to the event. Shentang and, Urska, maybe. That's probably what it is. Let's see, we'll take that over. Can you please get full mana? That'd be great, thank you. Then we kill it out. Alright, let's go do this on Explore 6 and see what happens. So Explorer 6, switch to Phoenicia. I believe I already have her hero class and everything set correctly. The only thing we'd have to go and do is set to magic. Okay, let's see how much damage we have. Shentang, fight, and we're on Explore 6, right? It does say Explore 6 or higher, right? Should be. So Explore 6 should count. Because it doesn't say higher than it. Is Salty streaming today? I think she is. If she is, she's going over to New Delve this Friday. Okay, moment of truth. Is this enough damage? The answer is no. Rip. Okay, we probably want to do a different team then. I'd probably try Rowan or Skia Shield then, which I was mentioning earlier as your cheaper team. We'll try that and see if that's enough damage. I believe that should be. But no, this is not enough damage due to their 10%. I think it would be without the 10%, but with their 10% extra, their stats are too high to kill. However, there's an alternative, and a cheaper alternative too. If we do this team, but just put a Urskia Shield there, this should work, if I could type. There we go. If we put Urskia Shield there, so that we get a bunch of a buff. Maybe even change our class to something that gains a brown benefit like Mech, which will help actually a little bit in this situation. Just for a little bit more armor into Rowan. So if we run this, this should be enough. So we basically get full mana onto both of them, and then we cast into Rowan. So we'll go move that over. Do I have a drop for that? No, we do not. Let's explode, I guess. Hopefully get lucky. We need it. Gosh, a little bit short on both of them. That's very unfortunate. 1 mana short on both the people we need to have full mana on. That is very, very unfortunate, but we'll take that over. Take a single green, and then we should be good to go. So we'll take that. Urskia Shield. Oh, no! Rowan just got poked. Rowan's going to have so little damage now. We're going to need a whole nother Urskia Shield just to kill that out now. Also, I feel like we should probably run a +1 brown then. We're going to be running it like this. We kind of got a little bit chipped too much at the beginning. I really feel like we need another, what's it called? Okay, we'll go for our explosions. Wait, how many greens are even on the board, though? 2? That's not going to be enough. It's not going to be all the brown we need yet. Don't even have a good vertical location. Luckily, we get off a sky. Okay, so we can go throw that down. That should be enough damage now. And we just cast it, kill, somehow not dead, and repeat. But let's try that again without getting hit. That'd be great. And then we'll kill that out. Let's try that again, but with no hits. Okay. Also, what achievement thingy did we just get done? Oh yeah, gaining a bunch of souls. Duh. Okay, what do we have for this one? Craft yellow summoning stone. Sure, why not? Games, Soulforge, troops. Also, didn't even check the things yet. Do we have anything good? This is the first time. Oh no, never mind. That's not the first time you've been available. You're just useless. Umanif's okay. Infernus is okay. Actually, it's pretty decent. It's mostly more of an early game kind of thing. It's used for very little later in the game these days. Haven't used it for a very long time now. But, oh, we got Tesla, too. Tesla's insanely good throughout the entire game. Also, don't forget to craft that weapon. I'll be doing that during the video as a reminder. Also, Sky Hero is pretty decent this week because we're getting a red-yellow storm this Friday. It's not going to be, like, super meta, but it can synergize. If there was any time you'd actually get Sky Hero, it'd probably be this week, just kind of mess around with it on that. But you can kind of determine that by this Friday once the storm comes in, on if it'd be worth it or not. But I think that might actually be the one that is the highest priority, I think, as far as weapons. But anyways, let me go do something. I came here to go do that and then did everything except that. There we go. Get a Herdmaster. Boom. Already got that. Fully max. Don't need more copies, as with everything that's underneath that drop table. And then we got a Taurus Bane. What do we have to do for that? Kill Taurus enemies in any battle except training. So the easiest way to do that would be to go to Explore in Wild Plains. Bring it to a very low difficulty level, and then just start destroying everything. That'd be the easiest way of doing that. And I might as well go do it real quick. Where's our Rowan build? Let's go get our Rowan. Oh, I did not mean to do it on Explore 12. What a fail. That is not what I wanted. I wanted to do it on Explore 1. Let me retreat. Let's try that again. Explore 1, please. Thank you. Let's fight it with this team that we're already using. Sure. And then let's quick kill Rowan and get them all down. And should be good to go from there. So let's go throw a single Leprechaun, and that gets us all everything we need to go wipe them out. And every single battle should be having like 2 or 3 Tauruses. We got a little unlucky. That one only had 1. But we only need 9 Taurus kills, so within like the cycle of 4, we should be able to get all of them. Since we can easily get battles that have like 3 or 4, this one having 3. So it'll be very easy. As you can see, all of them are pretty much Taurus. Taurus is, Wild Plains is where most of the Tauruses reside. In every battle, you should be getting at least like 2 or 3. It is possibly a little bit less because there's a lot of beasts here as well, which kind of get in the way of all the Tauruses. But we got 2 Tauruses here. Actually, yeah, that counts as Taurus. The first one and the last one. Well, you'd very quickly get the stun in this kingdom. Okay, should only need another battle or 2. And that'll be our 9 Taurus kills that we needed. Very easy. And here we get a triple Taurus. And we already got them dead. And nope, apparently we need 1 more. And luckily we have a mini boss right here, which will be our 1 more. And with 2, 3 of them in a single battle, that should be all the ones we need. And as match, boom. There we go. Wait, did we not get the objective complete? Oh, we're still somehow 1 short. What? Okay, well, let's do 1 more, I guess. How are we still 1 short? I definitely counted more than 9 there. Maybe I miscounted something that wasn't actually it. Wait, do you not count as a Taurus? Oh, that's why. Banejaw isn't Taurus. I kept counting him as 1 when he isn't. My bad. He's Wargear. Ah, that's why we didn't have 9. I kept counting him like 2 or 3 times as a Taurus when he's not 1. All good. And we get our 16 gems from that. We'll go get this from there. And that's all of bronze. Oh, I didn't realize that was the last bronze test. I thought there was 1 more. That always throws me off because it says like the number below out of whatever when you're 1 task before. So it always makes me think, oh, there's 1 more task afterward. However, the other task is the one that you're completing right now. So like right now we're at 11 out of 12 gold tasks. However, this is the last gold task. This is the 12th gold task, even though it shows as 11 out of 12. So that can be a little confusing sometimes. But yeah, this actually is the last task. Similar to how like when it was at 59 out of 60 there, that was the last task for bronze. But anyways, let's go do this gold one. then go do our daily so we get our dungeon progress, and then probably just use the rest of the time on the Ward Lore event. Though I should probably go double check what the other silver tasks are just to make sure we don't need the Ward Lore event specifically to do any of the silver tasks, because we might want to save some of our sigils for it if we do. Actually, let me go check that right now. I actually didn't check what the full list is, but we can already have access to the week 6 ones. So let me go head over there right now. Give me one moment. I shall find it. Where is the thread that has all the things on it? It's somewheres over here. Let's see. Where'd it go? There it is. Found it. Okay, so where's the current week? It is Shentang. So, silver tasks are defeat 6 dungeon battles. Obviously, we'll get that done tomorrow. Win 8 battles in a single arena run. So we got to do an entire arena run. Win 15 battles using monk class. So we just have to use monk class. Win 15 battles using a Shentang team. Okay, all of them did not require the Ward Lore event. In which case, that means we can do all of them today, or at least all the ones we have. Good. Good to go. No. Okay, so nothing we need it for tomorrow. So that works. Okay, so next order of business. Let's go do Shentang and keep running them down and do it with this Urskea Shield team. And since we're now using Urskea Shield team again, it would make sense to switch over to armor, which we don't have anywhere. Good job. Fine, we'll set this back to armor then. That's funny. I set out of armor just to need armor again. But let's go set this to armor, and we should be good to go. And let's just run this with the team that we've been doing. Shield over Urskea, Rowan, Leprechaun, and Mirage Queen. Throwing a single Urskea shield into Rowan should be enough to get this done. So we'll throw this down. Unfortunately, we are on a little bit of a brown lackage over here. Not sure if we're even going to be able to find a brown. There we go, good. Except I kind of ruined it. And hopefully I'll unruin it. No, we cannot unruin it. We can always Doomskull explode it, but then again, we don't even have alignment on that, so let's go for that. Come on, where's my browns at? There we go, we get a brown. Urskea shield, Rowan, dead. A little bit of a clunky way of doing it, but it does get it done. That would be one of the cheaper teams that you could possibly build for it as well, as far as ones that could viably do it. Yeah, I will eventually medal Phoenicia. Long-term goal. Haven't got around to medaling mythics yet. But for now, Urskea shield to Rowan will do it. And for my showing team's sake, it's much easier to have this as well. Everything here is super easy to obtain. The weapon you get from 250 wins on the Urskea hero class of Sentinel. The Rowan you get for free from Fars of Thorns. The Leprechaun's random drop, but it's a low enough rarity that it's pretty easy to obtain. It's ultra rare, so you can find it in Glory or Gem keys. It's just not in gold keys. And the Mirage Queen you get from doing, what's it called? You do it from Sunken Fleet, from the throwing Chaos Shards with Sunken Fleet. Could take a couple hundred, could take a little bit more, but you would eventually get it from doing Sunken Fleet Chaos Shards, the little portal there. Okay, so we just go through our buff, throw our Rowan, dead. We're going to repeat that. Also, let me just double check that that didn't indeed count doing it at 6, which it should. Just in case. Adventure board, no, not adventure board, I mean campaign. Yes, it does indeed count doing it exactly at level 6. So 6 or higher, which it does include level 6. Is there a weapon similar to a Flamer Yes. Urskea, not Urskea Shield, Urskea Crown. Urskea Crown is the closest weapon to Flamer. It has no damage, but it creates 9 red instead of 10. It is the closest equivalent to Flamer currently within the game. It's weaker than Flamer, but it's the closest thing that is equivalent to it as far as mana accumulation. It also has a 1 lower mana cost, but has a 1 whole lower red creation. Is it worth crafting in Furnace, or shall you use the diamonds and save for the Wild Queen or Ketris? I would probably save for Wild Queen or Ketris. I believe in the current state of the game, both of them are overall more viable than Infernus. Not that Infernus is a bad troop, but it's just become a lot more situational using Infernus overall. Also, spell reduction just made him actually survive that. Yeah, Sky Hero is available this week too. It's gonna be. I'm really curious to see how Sky Hero functions with yellow-red. I want to try Sky Hero with the new troop that's coming out this Friday with Divinish Ball Aquilin. I'm curious to see if it's actually going to be viable. I highly doubt it will be, but it'll be the first time we have a Storm that perfectly synergizes into a double convert team, into a double convert team. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out, because it would kind of be a testament on if it will work for other ones, and if it doesn't, then, well, it's forever going to be dead content. Otherwise, it'd be kind of interesting to see if it does pan out. I feel like it won't, but it's worth trying out to see how it will end up panning. And, of course, Sky Hero. Yeah, Sky Hero's Going to gain quite a bit of a benefit once we have that, since you can get a bunch of yellows and the board's already going to have a lot of reds. And it synergizes pretty well into extra turns, and having yellows to actually be able to get the Sky Hero off of, while keeping the board very fresh for being able to land those extra turns. Be interesting to see how it pans out in those two situations. Okay, 3 down, 2 to go. So we just got to go through about 10 more battles. Maybe 11 if we end up having to do the chest for one of them. We'll take that. Hopefully it doesn't hit us. Go for this buff. He'll take some extra turn. Please don't land one. Good. Dead. Almost dead. Oh gosh. That spell reduction really getting in the way. Much so this time, because we can't even do anything to get full mana. We'll have to take a green. The green's probably going to be our best bet. Wait, are we on -1 green right now? No, we're not. I just didn't surge. I was going to say. We're on +2, but I didn't get surge, which is why it looked like that. I thought we surged, but we had -1 green, but no, it was just a +2 that didn't surge. The exact opposite of so. We need to get our Scale Shield before we cast, ideally. Ooh, that AoE. The AoE just made it so we have way more damage than we would have had on her, which means we're definitely not one-shotting here. Though we did have stun on the thing, which did get rid of its spell reduction, but the amount of damage that it ended up taking was just way too much. Any amount is way too much, because every damage Rowan takes is 2 whole damage that she's doing less. So if something hits you for 50, you're doing 100 less damage, which is a substantial decrease when it ends up occurring. Got to be very careful with that. Where do you find Carandera? You have to find him in campaign. The way that campaign works is you do 4 battles, and then you find a Carandera 100% of the time. So you just do 4 battles within the World Lore event, and then you get a Carandera. And it's pretty much as simple as that. You do 4 World Lore event battles, you then get Carandera, you then kill Carandera, and then you move on. But yes, Carandera only exists in one location and one location only at this current moment in time, and that is within the World Lore event. It is quite literally impossible to find it in any other way, shape, or form, since it only exists in World Lore event. It will not exist within the game in any other location until a few weeks from now. On the week 10 of the campaign, people will be able to own the Carandera as well as find it in Explore and Urskea. So there will be 2 different locations then, but as it currently stands, the World Lore event right now is the only time to get it. Also, technically, some people will be able to have it in the 9th week of campaign. If you bought the other pass, you'll be able to have the Mythic a whole week early. I'm only doing the normal pass, so I'll be going over the Mythic the following week after that, which will probably be the Tuesday or so of the week of that. Yeah, we're not going to have it a whole week early. Some people will, but a good majority of people probably won't. I'm pretty sure most people went for the normal pass, if they even went for it at all. Okay, I believe we only need 1 more set, right? Just double check. Yes, 1 more set of this, and we'll be good to go. That'll be the last gold task for that. But yeah, definitely one of the more time-consuming ones for a gold task. I think this might actually be the most time-consuming gold task we've gotten thus far, since it's not something you can do passively like some of the gold tasks that had a little bit of time attached to them. But yeah, it's up there. Oh, I should have taken the brown there. Whoops. It's definitely up there as far as time for gold tasks. Normally, it's actually been bronze or silver that has been taking the most amount of times, oddly enough. Particularly bronze. But this time around, it looks like we finally got a gold task that actually takes the longest, which you'd think would always be the case, given that it is gold task. But I think this is the first time it actually is the most time-consuming one, since it requires doing this place that Explore 6 at least 5 times, which means you have to do at minimum 25 battles, likely 26 or 27. All at a high enough Explore difficulty that they're going to be taking at least 30 seconds each or so. Maybe a little bit lower. Depends if you can get like a nice one-shot in there like that. Okay, 3 more battles. Do we get 100% bonus EXP for the day or the week for winning last Guild War? Only a day. It used to apply for multiple weeks. However, they end up changing it so that it only applies to the following day. But yes, it only applies to the day after, including if you do it on the final day. And at one point, it used to last all the way till the following Guild Wars, but that is not the case anymore. Also, we found a random gnome. We technically didn't need a vault key if we would have found it off of that. However, it's normally just better just to use a single vault key. You get it from the event anyway, so you should have a vault key laying around if nothing else, even if you have 0 just from that. Plus, on Tuesday event, you can get a vault key from that as well, if you don't just randomly find it. Just trying to get it off of luck can end up taking like almost half an hour to an hour. Like, we just found it for the first time to stream after like, what, 40 minutes or so? 45 minutes. I went for tier 3, though going to tier 4 allows you to have 2 medal upgrades before the end of the event. But I know, I've just been going for tier 3 personally. There's not any need to go higher than that. If every single person in your guild goes tier 3, you will get the event done. Tier 4 does make things go a little bit quicker, but it's a whole 250 gems higher. But I wouldn't go beyond tier 4. Anything beyond tier 4 is not worth it, I would say, in the current state of world lore events. Let's see, we'll take that over. Go for that. And hopefully that's enough damage. And nope, because of the 25% spell reduction. We do not have a skull, however we could do that and then instead. There we go. Okay, goal task completed. And we get a little bit of a reward out of it from the chest as well. There we go. And now the only thing we have to do is the things that we can't do, which we'll do tomorrow. All the silver tasks. Obviously we'll do our dungeons today. But we can't actually get that task done until tomorrow when we have our other 3 dungeons. And I would not advise wasting 100 gems. There's no point in getting it done early. The only thing you're rushing towards is getting emojis. I guess that's your technically... Actually, I guess there is slightly a reason to. You're rushing to the artifact. Okay, I guess there kind of is a reason. You're rushing towards the artifact extra stats. So theoretically, you're buying 5 HP for 100 gems. Or in the case if you're in the other pass, you're buying 2 magic for the 100 gems. So never mind. I guess you actually are doing it for a reason this time around. This is actually one of the only times when it would actually be justified to go for it. I personally won't be, since we'll just be getting it tomorrow anyways, and that will just affect only one Guild War day not having it. But still, it's a pretty small difference. 5 HP if you bought the normal pass, or no pass at all, or 2 magic if you bought the bigger pass. This is the difference in stats that you would have by throwing 100 gems at this. So yeah, this is 1 week where theoretically could be justified to throw 100 gems at it. I personally will not be, though. Anyways, I did not mean to click on that. I meant to click on... Stop clicking on it! I want to click on my adventure board. So I'm going to go clear out adventure board real quick. And then go head over to our dungeons. So we have our dungeon progress for tomorrow. And then we'll probably mess around and finish out the World Lore event. Or, you know, until we have zero sigils. Or maybe not 0 sigils. I want to have at least 1 for the video. Maybe we'll go down to like 2. I want to have like 1 or 2 for the video. For when we just explain stuff with it. Oh, yeah! Could you actually do that? Does the arena... anyone who bought the thing, does the arena thing track just 1 or 8? Because if it tracks 8, you wouldn't be able to do it preemptively. But if it only tracks 1 full complete arena run, you can literally just do it to arena 7 today. And then claim your 8th tomorrow. Has anyone actually skipped a silver task to know for sure? Does it show 1 out of 1 or 8 or 0 out of 8? Or, you know, does it show 0 out of 1 or 0 out of 8? Because it shows 0 out of 1, it's only looking at full completed runs. And if that's the case, you can get it done today. Oops, why am I using our skill shield? You could get it done to 7 today, or possibly even to 8, and then just claim it tomorrow. Because I believe it checks it when you actually claim the reward. So I think you could actually do it to 8 today and then just claim it, and it will count. Well, I'll just do it to 7 just in case. But yeah, you'd be able to go and get it done today then. Or not done today, but, you know, pretty much done today. To the point where you'd have to spend only like a minute or 2 tomorrow to finish it. But yeah, we'll do that then. And obviously Dawnbringer is the easiest way to run arena. However, next best bet is Runic Blade if you lack Dawnbringer. It's one of the few things Dawnbringer is good for. But yeah, let me see the wording on it, so I know for sure. The wording on it says, win 8 battles in a single arena run. Which makes me think that you can't do it preemptively. Because it specifically says win 8 battles, not to complete a full arena run. So I don't think you can do it preemptively. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to show 0 out of 8, not 1 out of, or 0 out of 1. Unless someone can confirm. Because based on the wording, it definitely seems like you have to do 8 individual battles, not simply a full arena run. Good defend team for yellow. Anything with that one Empower that converts yellow to, I believe, purple tends to work out pretty well. Any kind of team centered around that. My current yellow defend team, I forget what I use. I need to go double check. I know it was something decently strong. I forget which one I specifically use for yellow these days, though. I'll go check. I already set up my defend teams. Let's see. Guild Wars. Oh, yeah. Are we Paragon this week? No, where are we? Oh, we fell down a little. I use Wrath, Apothecary, Wild Queen, Leprechaun. Wrath converts away yellow into skulls. But that's what we end up running. In case they entangle, we have Apothecary. Wild Queen's does what Wild Queen normally does. And Leprechaun does the mana accumulation. But that's what I'm currently running for yellow defense. I forgot how I did last time. I know it didn't do bad enough that I wouldn't want to replace it. But that's what we end up running. If you have one Medal of Balance, can the Medal of Season be used? Yes, you can combine Medal of Seasons with Medal of Balance. There's nothing that would prevent you from doing so. Obviously, Medal of Balance only applies in the game mode, of course. Oh gosh, it's going to revive a billion times. But Medal of Balance only applies in... what's it called? It only applies in... finally, he died. But it only applies in the World Lore event. It doesn't apply anywhere else. But yeah, you can use whatever other medals you want with it. Though technically Nisha works best, since Nisha partially stacks with the additional damage. Because if you have something like 160% extra spell damage, you basically get like 5 extra magic essentially out of your... like 5 to 6 additional magic out of your Nisha. So it's best to use Nishas with it, but you can use whatever you want. Well, you know what? Let's just keep using Rowan. Why not? Let's clear our dungeons with Rowan. We're already using a Urskea shield build, so worst comes to worst if we're low on damage. We can just run it that way. I believe Rowan can easily one-shot this one. It's the other two that I believe she cannot one-shot. Which is why we normally use like a Phoenicia or something, which can one-shot all of those consistently. However, using Urskea shield into Rowan will consistently one-shot these as well. Just a bit slower, but would get it done. Just the amount of time it would have to take us to switch our medals is probably not worth it. Like right here, it shouldn't one-shot this. No, it doesn't. It's always a little bit short. Eventually we'll have enough damage where it will, but in the current state of the game, it is not enough. Let's go throw this down again. Just kill it out that way. It's perfectly fine instead. I still hate that they changed that one troop art. We used to have some really cool troop art when it first came out. It's one of the few troops that ever actually had its troop art changed. Much preferred how it was before. Alright, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll throw a nice big explosion down. That's not how you do that. Let's go take our browns. Let them do whatever. How did we not get that to full? I don't know what else we really need here. Let's go with explode a bunch of stuff so we can get our Urskea shield, or we can just do that and then Rowan. Perfect. There we go. There we go. There's our 3 dungeons. And then tomorrow, obviously, we'll get our other 3 dungeons, which will be our 6 dungeons that we need to go progress that. There we go. Okay, next order of business. Let's go do World Lore event. Let's go change back to our World Lore event tokens and run it with 200% magic damage and 4 extra magic. And we're currently running it with a... that's not where I want it. Can I please click the right location? There we go. Fight and do it based on highest level. Rarity doesn't matter, however, I will keep taking highest rarity because why not? Get some more diversity in there. Though higher level is a bit better than higher rarity. So do be mindful of that. But since they're all the same levels, go for this one. And dead. So for example, this level 50 we'll definitely want to go for. Whatever the highest level is what you should go for, not the highest rarity. The only time you go for highest rarity is Carandera. Always go for Carandera. But when it comes to everything else this current event, it's actually inverse of how you normally do it. It is based on highest level, not rarity. So I think they do make the highest level the highest rarity as well. So I'll just keep taking highest rarity for now if they're all the same, even though it makes no difference. But highest level is most important. and Carandera has precedence over everything. So you definitely want to make sure to go over that every single time you see it, which appears after 4 battles, which means it should appear 100% chance Carandera after this battle, because that will be our 4th battle, which will spawn the Carandera. And then boom, Carandera, and make sure to always do that when it appears, because it will disappear if you don't do it immediately. And this thing has massively more points than any other battle. So make sure to always do it the second you see it. And then you just take highest level. So right here, here's an instance where logically, based on past events, you would think Chief Stronghorn would be the best battle to take. But in this current event, it is actually this one at level 60 that is the better one to take. And the reason for this is level has effect off of how many hides you get, whereas the rarity does not. And the exception being Carandera fight, of course. But for all these other ones, you want to do it based on level. Anything that isn't Carandera, you want to do it based on level this week. So as you saw, we got 9 hides from that. For example, this is how many hides we get if we do this battle, now that they're all level 20s. So you saw from that epic battle at level 70 or so, we got, what was that, 9 hides? You'll notice from this battle, which is a higher rarity, but lower level, that we're going to get less hides. I'm not sure how many, but it should be less than 9. The amount that we just got from the other one, which was lower rarity but higher level. So here it should be like a 6 or a 7 or something. So as you saw, we only got 5. So yes, definitely make sure to take the highest level. So right here we have a 70, so we'll take that. Even if we had a legendary here, we'd still want to take the highest level of this one. And the only time you wouldn't take the highest level is if the Carandera, for whatever reason, happens to not be the highest level in the set. In which case you always want to take Carandera the second you see it. And right here we have all level 20, so it doesn't matter which one we take. That or Paranoia, I'll still take the highest rarity one. It doesn't matter, actually, if we take this one compared to the other ones. In this particular instance, so. I'm just going to full AoE him just so we don't have to cast twice. There we go. And I believe we have Carandera next. It's either this one or next one. Yep, Carandera. And then just make sure to always do that one. And just keep rinse repeating, and that's pretty much the whole event. Let's see. So here we have a level 80. We want to take this. This one's actually better than all those level 30s. Let's see. Because of the upscaling, once you pass level 220 level, you get more points than Mythic Battle. Oh, do you? Oh, gosh. You'd have to be going for beyond tier 4, though, I believe, to reach that far. But thanks for the info. So you actually do reach a point where the scaling actually gets so high where it gives more than Carandera. That's kind of sad. However, wouldn't it still be less than Carandera? In the sense that Carandera disappears after. However, the other one won't disappear. So wouldn't it still be worth to do the Carandera even at that point? Even if you do get more from the other battle? Because the Carandera, if you don't do it, will disappear. Whereas that other high-level battle will not disappear if you wait. So even if it does technically give more, it might still be worth taking the Carandera. Because you might not consistently have a really high level to take. Because not taking the Carandera during this event will make it disappear. Yeah, for whatever reason, I believe they don't have any scaling on the Carandera fight, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I believe the Carandera fight always gives 24 points, whereas all the other fights actually upscale. Feels weird using this offensively. The team that we're using right now generally is not used offensively. It's one of those weird teams that's almost always used defensively. However, it works very well offensively for this current event. Okay, so right here, we actually want to take these 2 level 100s. We do not want to take that one. It's a trap. The 2 100s are actually better for score. Would a new weapon be effective? What new weapon? The one from last week? It would be okay for this. They're not really going to be using elementals or anything. What's an alternative for Weaver in this team? The Yagway, I think, could actually end up working out pretty well. At that point, you might as well just change your weapon as well, though. But yeah, Yagway infinite loop would be pretty good. Or not infinite loop, but he can loop a little bit. Other alternatives is go basically anything around Mang. Like Mang, Yagway, or like a life and death team. Like into all elves. Are probably the bigger builds to go for this event. But yeah, Yagway can get a lot of value from this event. Especially since you can start it with half mana start off the other guy as well. Off of King Averlon. Yeah, you can also just literally just double up King Avalon if you really want to. And go with full AoE weapon instead of life and death. And just go a triple full AoE. With like a mana accumulator like Malcadessa or something. And then just feed them a bunch of greens, cast your 2 things, cast your weapon, dead. It'd be very much dead at that point. Are there any troops and weapons worth crafting this week? Yes, Sky Hero. Sky Hero, not the greatest of weapons. However, there is a red-yellow storm mechanic coming out this Friday that it might be pretty good with. Other than that, I think that was the only thing that's even remotely kind of worth it. Sky Hero is not even like insanely good, but it might have a new purpose starting this Friday. So kind of convenient that it came out this week. Because, yeah, it might actually be useful starting this Friday. Event video this week. It will be up soon, TM. I wasn't able to get around to it today, but no worries, we will be getting around to it very soon. And we'll be going over all the teams for tomorrow's dungeons, or delves, I mean, as well as just the normal weekly stuff. Also, we just got a triple kill. If you're wondering how we got a triple kill, that's because we have a 7% instant kill on the class that we're using right now, on Orb Weaver. So every single time we get a kill, there's a 7% chance we will get an additional kill. So right here, I think we're going to leave it as is so we could show it for the video. So if we can get around to it tonight, we'll show those 2 battles. So I can show, like, hey, you get more points from doing this. And every 4 battles, you get a Carandera. Actually, are we set up to go get a Carandera next? I'm not sure. Is anyone keeping track? I'm not sure, but... oh, well, it's not too big a deal if we don't see a Carandera during the video. People will get the idea. But anyways, it's more important to explain the whole level difference thing rather than the rarity difference. Because in many past events, the logic would have been this battle would have been worth more points. But in this current event, this battle is worth more points. The one that's higher level. Anyways, next order of business. Let's go and do this pet. Because I actually need this pet, I believe. Yes, we need 1 billion copies of this pet. And getting even 1 will give us an upgrade. Perfect. So let me go set to magic and pure magic, that is. And since those medals obviously do not work outside of the event, let's go get this thing done. And that'll probably be the last thing we do then. So if anyone still has the end of the questions, let me know. Anything related to the week or anything Gems of War related or anything. Let me know. Or if I missed anything. What would be an example of a Yagway loop? Yagway is normally used with a converter that could... well, it's not really like a loop. But he has like he can normally get like a double cast or triple cast. You normally do it with a converter that can convert into him on red. However, I don't believe we have access to that with the restrictions. So the best that you can really do is just kind of have a Yagway there. Maybe use a hero weapon that synergizes pretty good with him. And just kind of go from there. You definitely won't be able to build any kind of loopage out of what you have options for. Based on the restrictions. But he could still technically partially loop into himself. In the sense that he can get alignment. And then get full mana again. And then the cast. But I don't think we have anything that allows him to like really get multiple casts off very effectively currently available based on Urska and Elf restriction. The best you could do is give him a half mana start, do a weapon for synergy, and do 1 other troop just as assists, and just kind of have him poke a bunch with that. But yeah, a lot of the teams that you would normally use him with, components are missing due to the restriction. Most popular ones being Yagway, Queen of Tanya center teams. But yeah, if you're trying to use Yagway, you want to have like some kind of weapon that synergizes into him, ideally for mana accumulation, followed by Yagway, followed by what's his name, Avalion, the one that gives 50% elf start, and then 1 other supporting troop, or even another damage source if you want to. It could even just be a double Yagway if you truly wanted to, though that wouldn't really help you loop much though. I don't think we have any option that creates red-purple available under those color restrictions. That'd be something pretty useful. Because those are the two colors Yagwe wants on the board the most, red and purple. Do you have 3 Nisha medals? Oh yeah, 3 Nisha medals would help a lot. Not just with the event, but for pretty much everything. For additional damage. 3 is it is highly advised to get 3 Nishas whenever you can, as they are very, very useful. It takes a while though. It takes a very long while to get that many. Okay, one last battle. Let's go get this pet. You need some progression advice. You're level 992 and you're currently farming Explore 12s. All kingdoms are level 10 plus. What else should you be focusing on? So yeah, as was mentioned, if you don't have 3 Nishas yet, getting 3 Nishas is pretty important to go do. Other than that, maybe trying to find a bigger guild. Once you reach level 1000 plus, quite a few bigger guilds, among many other requirements, normally have a level 1000 requirement, if not higher. So level 1000 might be allow you to get into a better guild if you're not happy with your current guild currently. If you're looking to find one that's a little bit more active. Aside from that, so they can get more resources. Aside from that, what would be the next main focus in the current state of the game? Because focusing on medals like you are right now probably is the best thing that you can be doing. So, yeah, you're pretty much already doing what should be pretty much the best thing. Because the only other thing you really need more of is gem-related resources so you can get more keys so you can start working towards upgrading your kingdoms further. Because 20-star kingdoms will start existing. I believe the first one's coming next month. And they'll slowly be trickling in over time. But those require a lot of gem-related resources. Mostly keys to roll for stuff. And we do have enough to upgrade this guy because all we needed was a single copy. Nice. So let's go get this upgraded. I believe this was White Home bonus, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to upgradable. That'll bring it up immediately. As well as any ones that, other ones I might have forgotten. What was this? White Home bonus? Yeah, this was White Home bonus, which is pretty useless in the current state of the game. At one point, White Homes was like one of the best typings in the game. And it's still the best home kingdom because of pure glory, but the typing in general has really gone down in recent years. There we go. Lady Sapphira at one time when it got buffed after like a month after the game was actually the strongest troop in the game. What's kind of funny is she was the strongest troop in the game with this exact everything. Lady Sapphira with as this ability was once the strongest thing in the game. And the reason for this is she had the highest single target true damage in the game while having a 5 life gain and a 2 attack gain. This was very big because you have to keep in mind stats at the time were like single digit or so. So having, you might wonder like, why on earth is this so low? But it's because this was actually meta back in the day. Like there was whole like conversations on if she should have 5 life gain or 4 life gain. It was that big of a difference. I believe she also got a -1 to her magic overall because it was just so overpowered at the time. Now you look at her, it looks like the weakest thing in the entire game pretty much. But at one point with this exact ability, she was the strongest thing in the game. And they literally had to nerf the damage by 1 and the life gain by 1 because it was so strong at the time anyways. Which I still find kind of funny. Oh, we actually got an orb from the pet. Come on, blue orb. Or purple. That is neither of those two things. Fail. 3 Nishas. Nisha medals are what you end up getting when you go through these things. They end up giving you 4 magic every single time you get 9 tokens. So you can have a total of plus 12 additional magic. And they're also pretty useful to have with 20% mana start into 8 magic, depending on what your team composition is. But it's ran most commonly with truffles. However, it can be ran with pretty much any team that benefits a lot from magic. But they're found randomly in Explore. If you haven't found that many yet, they're only available in the higher level Explorers. I believe they start appearing at Explore 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. However, due to the way that the drop rate is, and just chaos or those shards in general, you should only ever farm for them on Explore 12. Explore 12 is the only viable way of really obtaining Nishas. Yeah, plus 12 magic can help with a lot of stuff because it allows you to quick kill things quite a bit quicker, and it also allows you to one-shot things with full AoE that you weren't previously able to do, like with Phoenicia and a few other builds here and there, mostly with Phoenicia. But yeah, plus 12 magic is very, very, very useful. It takes forever to go and farm. That's definitely something you eventually want to get your hands on. Let's see, you can do 5 battles of the color, however, for what? Let's see. Yeah, Guild Wars is 1 color per day, if that's what we were mentioning. Can you play all Guild War battles in 1 day? Yes. However, you can only do it on Sunday. It's not really advised doing it that way, but yes, it is theoretically possible to play all 6 sets of Guild Wars on a single day. What you'd have to do is wait till Sunday and then do all the battles on Sunday. This will make it so your guild will have a much higher chance of losing at each individual day, meaning you won't get that small amount of seals or that 100% extra XP gain for the following day. However, theoretically, it is possible to get the full amount of points, at least for the end amount of points, by the end of the week if you did them all on Sunday. And you would be able to then, you would still need to switch your colors. So you do 5 battles with one color, then 5 battles with the next color, so on and so forth. But it is theoretically possible to do all 30 battles on Sunday. It is not advised doing it that way. Generally, you should play Guild Wars one day at a time and ideally do it every day. If you skipped a few days, that wouldn't be as bad, but it's generally advised if you're in a really active guild to do it every day, since it does contribute to winning on the given day, so that you get those extra bonuses. So one of the other reasons why having fewer people in your guild can be somewhat bad. For the final score, it doesn't actually matter as long as you have over 27 people in your guild, because there's a 27 cutoff thing. However, for your score by day, it actually does compensate, I believe, for the total 30, not just the 27. So it would make you at a disadvantage for winning every single day. Which is the same thing that happens if you wait until Sunday to go do all of your battles. So it's generally advised to do them day by day. But technically you don't need to. If your guild is a little bit less active or is a little bit more lenient on Guild Wars, you can just do them all on the final day on Sunday and be perfectly fine. Though make sure to do it early on Sunday, otherwise they might think you're like not active or something. Let's see, do you have any videos on Guild War teams, attack and defense, with the last 3 months? No, I have not made an updated one recently. Probably should at some point. Most of the ones that we had were, I think the most recent one was like later last year. But the only issue with ever talking about stuff like that is there's normally not a replacement for some given troops and some given teams. So if someone says like, what's a replacement for that troop? There generally isn't. So the problem with kind of going over that and not just mentioning strategy is a lot of people will be missing a lot of the troops most of the time. Because if I just show like what teams I use and stuff like that, there normally aren't one-to-one equivalencies that can be replaced for various legends and mythics if the person does not have it. And some of them require old event weapons too, like for example, Life and Death for the Life and Death defend team. Like Life and Death is like the whole point of the team, or Weaver holding Life and Death. Like the team falls apart if you don't own Life and Death. So there's a lot of instances like that where I might mention a theme of a team, but it's impossible to build if you're missing even one of the components of the team, or at least the most component of it. So most of the teams most of the videos I've done on it have kind of been like strategy based. But of course we do go over it like every single night on the thing if anyone has questions related to the given color day or whatever. But we haven't done like a specific video going over the whole arcing thing for a while, but we will at some point eventually again. Well, Zukov isn't really used too much in Guild Wars. I do use them for one day though, so I guess it's not true. I do actually use them. I don't use them defensively though, but I do use them offensively, I believe on purple. Because I use Zukov, Green Seer, Wild Queen, and I forget what my last slot was. I think it was a Leprechaun or something. It would make sense if it was. But I think I only use them on purple day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Zukov, Green Seer, Wild Queen, Leprechaun. That's the only day I use Zukov. I don't use them defensively on a single day, though it is technically possible to do so. And theoretically, you can offensively use them on red, blue, and purple. However, I personally only use them on purple with a Wild Queen team. Also, Wild Queen, you can I advise using pretty much on all 3 of her days. She is insanely good. Also, what is tomorrow's Guild War day? Tomorrow's Guild War color day is, which we'll be doing tomorrow night, of course, along with all of the Delph, is green. So, I believe we run a Wild Queen for green. Which that might be the one day that I don't run the Wild Queen on. Let's see, what did I run for currently? Oh, yeah, I do that with a Lord of Slaughter build now. Because we end up switching to that. And, of course, you can still use Leprechaun. Ends up working out pretty well. And then you use the, I use a really weird green Guild War. How long have we been using this for? I think we've only been using this, well, obviously since Lord of Slaughter. I forget if we immediately started using this since Lord of Slaughter, but yeah, I forgot. We only ran this like once, twice, maybe 3 times now for Guild Wars. Forget how long Lord of Slaughter have existed. But yeah, you can do the Essence of Evil, disable them out. Lord of Slaughter like crazy, Leprechaun, Wild Queen all over the place. Has a little bit of a problem due to a lot of similar coloration. Though once you get that first Essence of Evil down, you're pretty much in the clear as far as being able to win. However, it does have a little bit of a slow start. Which can be the bane of many Guild War teams. But once it gets going, it's pretty much auto-win. But yeah, the slow starts can really be a problem because sometimes they can kill you before you even get rolling. And that is very problematic, obviously. But yeah, you kind of have to risk it sometimes with slightly slower start teams. It is generally advised to have some kind of mana burst, though. Like in that team, we're using a Leprechaun. And while it is mana blocking a little bit, you kind of need that mana burst so you don't go too slow. Because if you're taking like 5 turns to get rolling, they can kill you by then sometimes. With some of the teams that exist in Guild Wars, But yeah, Lord or Slaughter can get a lot of value when it works good. The only problem is if you end up missing with it or anything like that. It can be very problematic, but you can just wait until you have guarantee alignment and just do it based on that. Oh, new mythics on RimWorld now? Ooh. Let me go see it. We never got to see what the new mythic is that's coming out this Monday. Or not this Monday. I mean, next week's Friday. Not this Friday, but next week's Friday. Let me go show it real quick. Sure. And that'll be the last thing we do. And I'll be heading off for tonight. And then we'll go have the video up soon, TM. Not sure if it'll be done up tonight, but it will be up very soon. I wanted to get it done before bed, ideally. Not sure if it'll actually physically be up by then, though. But at least want to get it recorded by then if I can. RimWorld. Troops. Let's go over the mythic real quick. So, mythic. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. This should be the mythic. So, yes, mythic. This is going to be a mythic for Mist of Scales. This is what it looks like. That thing is what it looks like. Here's its stats. That's not its stats. Here's its stats. So, this is what the thing does. It looks like a Medusa kind of... Oh, actually not Medusa, but interesting. It's called a Mamsura. It's a Naga Daemon. It's from Mist of Scales. It's obviously a mythic. It's the same color of Wild Queen, oddly enough. It is brown, green, purple. It deals half to magic times 1.25 plus 2 damage. That's the first time we've gotten a magic multiplier that is that weird. That is the first time we've had a 1.25 multiplier, I'm pretty sure. And then it does damage to 6 random enemies. What? No board control with 6 pokes like that? So it does anywheres from half to 1.25 its magic plus 2 to 6 random enemies. So let's say it has 30 magic. That means it would do anywheres from 15 to 39 damage to 6 enemies. That doesn't sound good. Especially since it doesn't have any small amount of splash to it. Mambasira is what's called. What's this unique thing? It has 25% spell reduction, and it has all green allies gain 1 to all stats at the start of each turn. Oh, they finally added that troop. I don't foresee this thing being good. It looks really bad. For one, gain 1 to all stats is increasingly becoming less effective as stats keep going higher and higher. So over time, that will increasingly become less viable, and it already is reaching a point where stats are so high where a mechanic is too slow to run in most battles, given that you actually have to wait turns. So it's slow for pretty much everything, since you have to wait out before it's really effective. And by the time you actually get its good value, you've gone so deep into a battle that you just wasted so much time, regardless of what you're doing, even in Guild War kind of situation. But yeah, this does not look good at all. This looks like completely dead content, which is kind of bad because now Mr. Scales has 2 useless mythics. You now have Uriali in this, and honestly, I would get Uriali instead of this. At least Uriali, you can occasionally use the poison from it for various builds, like with Scorpius, even though Scorpius is a little bit less effective. It's still viable. And yeah, honestly, this thing is, as weird as it may seem, this seems worse than Uriali. I was not expecting the next mythic for this place to be somehow worse than Uriali. But it doesn't even have like some kind of extra turn mechanic or something, which would have been pretty cool, like the blade things. I'm not sure. It just seems overall really bad. I don't foresee this ever being used, ever. Like, what on earth would you use this for? It's an extremely inconsistent thing that hits random enemies with extremely inconsistent damage, with no board control, with no particularly over-the-top trait that would actually make it viable just for the trait. So, yeah, it looks like dead content. Looks like dead content. And now Delves. We went over Delves earlier. We went over it last night if you're referring to that. But the quick summary of the Delves is they're all useless. We are getting Red Yellow Storm off a troop, and this thing potentially against Empower troops could be okay, but probably won't be consistent enough to actually be viable, and it's so situational that you would never actually use it for that purpose anyways when you're up against like 2 or 3 Empowers. Plus you would need Empower of your own to feed into it. But overall, the main takeaway from this Friday is they're all useless, but a Red Yellow Storm comes into the game. Oh, you mean her in Delves? I don't think she would be using Delves. Unless she gets applied to a battle where you face her, but this doesn't upscale, and she has no boost ratio. She has no boost ratio whatsoever. Unless they're adding one. But if that's what she's going to be released as, she's completely dead content already. If that card right there is what she releases as, with all those exact stats, all those exact abilities, all the non-board control, all those traits and everything, she will be dead content immediately. Self-destruct is now 15%? You got to be kidding me. They made it even worse? Wait, what? Wait, they made them all worse? Why? Though they did buff his red creation at least. The other one stayed the same. And this one, I believe, stayed the same. Other than its higher chance to kill itself. Yeah, they made them worse somehow. That's kind of funny. They somehow made it worse. They somehow made it worse. I know, that just makes it easier. It just makes the place even easier. But it's going to make Pure Faction kind of weird. Because now everything's just going to be self-destructing all over the place. Actually, Pure Faction is going to be really funny. Because it's basically whose team dies, like, less. It's literally just going to come down to whose team dies less. You're definitely going to have to run double legend for Pure Faction for this Friday. Because you're going to need those resummons like crazy. Because you need to keep getting those things resummoned. Because you're going to keep dying over and over and over and over again. I'm not looking forward to this Pure Faction. It is so luck-based. It's not going to be as bad as, like, that one that we had. The, gosh, I already forgot what it was called. We had it the other week. It's not going to be as bad as Loraz's Lair. But it's going to be very luck-based. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful week. We'll have the event video up very soon, TM. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, we'll be going over all the silver tasks, which we kind of already went over, but, you know, we'll actually be physically doing them, as well as doing all of delves, as well as the Guild War color for tomorrow, which was, I already forgot the color. I literally just showed it moments ago, and I already forgot. It is green. So we'll be doing green Guild Wars, then we'll be doing all of our silver tasks, and then we'll be doing all of the delve. And the delve for tomorrow is, what's it called? It's going to be, not Beatrix. It's a Bee Kingdom. I always forget its name. It's, I always just remember that thing is like Beatrix. The Deep Hive, because Beatrix is the only relevant thing there. Yeah, Beatrix. I mean, Deep Hive tomorrow. And I'll have teams up for that in the video thing. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thank you all so much for watching, as always. Goodbye.